What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and I'm back once again. Yes, I'm back here to talk about Michigan football and update on the program of football, what's been going on. Yes, it's been about a little over a month. There's a lot of coaching changes. Sharon Moore became head coach, but there's been a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to get you guys caught up on everything, get you going what's caught up right now. We're almost to the month of April. Michigan just started practice right after the holiday, so March 18th was the first week. Now they're on their second week. We're towards the end of March. We're here last week of March, going into Easter, and bam, we'll be in April. And the spring game will be April 20th. Yes, April 20th. And the crazy part is this will actually be on Fox. Yes, we broadcast on Fox, I believe for the first time ever, with Joe Klatt and the boys and Gus Johnson calling this game. Ohio State gets theirs the week before. So some new things in college football with Michigan having their spring game. But as we talked about before, a couple updates on the coaching staff as I came back before the last time I talked about it. Trying to finalize his coaching staff and everything. Ended up hiring a linebacker coach, Brian Jean Mary. Big pickup linebackers coach from Tennessee, which will be a big key for this defense. He was formerly at Tennessee, then defensive back coach and defensive passing game coordinator Lamar Morgan. Not a name you guys a lot of people are familiar with, but he was formerly a player at the University of Louisiana, Raging Cajuns, 2003 to 2007. He has some experience with Louisiana, but he comes in after they were trying to get Steve Ajokia, if I say his name properly. He's the safeties coach for the Houston Texans. He took the job and then changed his mind shortly thereafter. We're able to hire Lamar Morgan after Clean Scales decides that he wants to part ways and goes to the NFL with Jim Harbaugh and company, which a lot of the staff decide to do. But Sharon Moore brings a guy from down south, has some experience, so I think will be a good job and help this secondary stay elite, be elite, and continue to be elite. And then we hired defensive line coach after Mike Elston left. Greg Scruggs, formerly just at Wisconsin. We just hired him, and then recently, crazy news, he gets arrested for charged with the OWI. Therefore, then he has to be suspended, and then shortly after that, he resigns. To no one's surprise. So that came very quickly. So Michigan's in the process right now of looking for a defensive line coach. Another guy I've talked about that people have talked about that said is in the run, that could possibly be in the run. He was, a lot of people say, second in line after he didn't get the job. Is Terrence Jamison, Illinois defensive line coach. He's done a great job with the defense at Illinois, helping them be one of the top units in the Big Ten. Illinois put a lot of defensive players in the NFL the last couple of years, and some guys in the league right now. And have a D lineman out of the name of Jazer Newton. Saying that properly, sorry. He will be probably a second-round NFL draft pick this year. Was projected to be a first-round draft pick. But with that being said, let's see if he decides to take the job, or if they even offer it to him. His brother played for Michigan, so we'll see. But Jerome Moore needs to fill that position quickly. I don't think it gets filled until after spring ball. But it's very crucial because the transfer portal will be opening again, I believe, April 15th, I believe. So the transfer portal window is coming soon. Good news for Michigan fans. Mason Graham said he is not going anywhere. He's staying, I believe, with this NIL and the transfer portal, and player movement is crazy. So I think just having a stable coaching staff is the key to getting these guys stable. I believe Sharon Moore has the temp of that room and can read the guys, and the guys love him. They play for him. I think, like I said, with Jim Harbaugh getting suspended last year, it was a blessing in disguise for the fact that Sharon showed that he could coach and he could lead guys, and the guys really needed that. Also, one of the biggest hires, Mike Hart was out for years. I mean, for months, and he was missing. We didn't hear from him. He wasn't doing hardly any recruiting after he got Jordan Marshall, one of the top running backs in the country out of Cincinnati. They take Tony Alford, running back coach at Ohio State. He was there the past 9 years. He was there under Urban Meyer, but he decides to switch sides and come to the good side and joins Michigan coaching staff. And he is the new running backs coach for Michigan University. Elite recruiters. He's done a great job recruiting running backs. Travion Henderson was an elite running back coming out of high school. He was able to land Quinshawn Jenkins over there, so they got a tandem over there. So I think he'll do a good job. He's already been recruited saying Michigan's back in the pack, and they're going to listen. I think he's going to do a great job of recruiting, especially in Ohio. He was a former player at Colorado State, so I believe this was a home run of a hire. But like I said, just keep showing up that coaching staff, and we'll see what can happen. So we'll see. Like I said, spring practice is underway right now. We're in our second week right now. Some key things. Some big news last night. As I'm breaking this news to you guys, I believe I read about it last night. Matt Zentz, a reporter for 247. Right now as I'm recording this is March 26th, so say Michigan's in the second week of full spring practice, but it's been reported that Rob Moore, star safety, he's been starting the last 3 years, number 9 on Michigan's defense, had the game-clinching interception against Ohio State in the big game, has tore his ACL. If this is true, sad news for the boys and company. He's been a huge leader for this defense, and I believe he's going to have another great season right now. Hate to see it. It's awful for us. Luckily, we never want to see injuries, but Michigan does have a little bit of depth at this position right now. Makari Page's already coming back as running mate, but Quentin Johnson announced that he was coming back last week. Was a big piece of Stevens, number 29. Zeke Berry, sophomore, he's been in the program for 2 years already. And then Brandon Hillman, a freshman we got from Virginia who decommitted from Notre Dame and committed redshirted last year. So we have some depth and some guys to play with, and I believe that Wink Martindale and Lamar Morgan will be able to put these guys in places, and they can develop and be great, and they'll continue to recruit at that high level at the safety position. I've been hearing some good news from Alex Orji. He's been pronounced the front runner for this job. I know Jack Tuttle came back, but he doesn't have the explosiveness to lead this offense. So Alex Orji's been looking good so far. So we'll see if Michigan, what they decide to do after the spring game, if they had decided to, if he's the guy or not, if they decide to bring in a veteran for competition. We'll see what happens, but that's going to be the key thing. Does Michigan have his quarterback on this roster right now? Another thing is Donovan Edwards came out. He said he's gained. He's up from 200 to 214. He said he's still maintaining the same speed. So that's a good sign. There's good things coming out of this program right now. Hogan Hansen, the freshman tight end who's an early enrollees, look good in some spring ball training. So we got to see what we get from some of these receivers after Cornelius Johnson left. Roman Wilson will be a high NFL draft pick. We still got Colston Loveland, but I want to see where receivers emerge in spring ball and then the spring game, and I'll be back soon. We'll talk about that. But I just want to give you guys an update on that and what's going on. So we'll see by the time I talk to you guys again about Michigan football. Hopefully they'll have a defensive line coach and we'll get it going. Hopefully we don't lose any of these guys to the portal. We know it's crazy season right now. Stuff is going on, especially after these spring games come on, after the spring portal opens. So we'll see what happens, baby. But Michigan football, I like what Sherrone Moore is doing so far, and doing the best he can. He came into a situation where so many changes, and he just feel like handled it very well right now. But that's my update news on Michigan football. Hey, it's your boy Adrian. Don't forget to subscribe, like my channel, show me some love. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.